Supply chain food shortages, inflation and rising gas prices, surging violent crime out of control, a collapse of society as we know it. Live happy, fun-loving, and carefree. Don't panic. This is not how to live in a post-apocalyptic world. I hope it never comes to that. Yep, I'm hoping. So how do you live happy when everything around you is going wrong? Is it even okay to want to be happy when everything is going wrong in this world today? I think so. In fact, I think that it's probably more important today for you to be happy than ever before. Hey, it's easy to be happy when things are perfect in a perfect world. So how can you be happy in this crazy, messed up world that we're all living in? How do you do it? Well, there's the traditional way, and then there's Rob's way. Freedom! The traditional way, what the oh so many experts will say, they'll say things like, if you're not happy now, more money, fancier clothes, an exotic car, or even a better job, nope, they won't make you happy. Thinking, if only I had a better or nicer this or that, I'd be happy. Or they might say something like, stop blaming other people for all of your problems. Take responsibility for what's going on in your life. Well, thank you very much, Captain Obvious. So, how can you be happy no matter what's going on around you in this crazy world? What is Rob's way to being happy? As Albert Einstein said, only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. And, I'm a believer in helping other people no matter what. Some will call it paying it forward. Some will call it random acts of kindness. Hey, call it whatever you like. What makes you happy? Being happy in this crazy, messed up world is doing whatever you can do to help others. Each of us, you, me, everybody, all of us, has the ability to help others in some way. Yeah, when life gets busy, it's easy to focus on our own problems. But you might say something like, Rob, I'm not an expert on anything. What could I possibly do to help other people? And how will this make me happy? One of my favorite go-to sayings is, the best person to help a fourth grader with math is a sixth grader. The last person the fourth grader needs is an MIT PhD professor, because they can't relate. You don't need to be an expert. In fact, my opinion, it's best when you're just average at something, using your life skills and ability to help others. What do I mean? When we moved onto our sailboat, we had no clue what in the heck we were doing and what kind of problems that we would be dealing with. Burn every bridge in our life and sail away with the vision of waking up on the water, sipping some coffee in the cockpit, living the life. Boy, were we in for a surprise. I was pretty handy at things, and I considered myself a jack of all trades, with the ability to fix most anything. But we found out in short order that projects on sailboats take special skills, and skills that I didn't have, such as hanging upside down like a bat through a small access panel the size of a toddler. Thankfully, the Live Aboard community is a friendly and helpful group of folks. They were more than happy to help us with our repairs. I'd feel guilty because, hey, I couldn't help them back. I didn't know what I was doing. Payment was typically a few beers and, hey, don't worry about it. Happy to help out. So, a few years later, we're at a marina hanging out with a few other liveaboards. You know, partying and drinking and sharing stories. That's what boaters do. We had to jump up to assist a towboat with a disabled sailboat. The couple aboard the sailboat was distraught. The woman was crying and upset, and the young man, he didn't know how to deal with their broken boat. So, as soon as we got their boat tied up to the dock, we invited them on over to our little dock party. Back to partying and drinking and sharing some more stories. Wild boater stories. Come to find out, the young couple, they were thinking of quitting. No kidding, giving it up. They had suffered through all they could handle. They found out life on a sailboat isn't just sipping coffee in the cockpit and watching the sun rise. Like the sun is rising in my face here. After a bit, myself and another old-timer offered to take a look. We followed the young man down into the dirty, smelly, wet bilge. Whew. We looked over at the old oil-leaking diesel engine to see what we could figure out. Hey, I discovered the problem, and we were able to fix it. In no time at all, we had the engine running and the boat was ready to go. Freedom! At that time, I wasn't thinking anything of it. It wasn't until the next morning, as the young couple was leaving the marina under their own power. We all shared a toast, wishing them fair winds and calm seas as they headed on out of the marina. On their way out, they had big old smiles on their faces. They were laughing. I mean, they were practically dancing. And they were waving at us, and they thanked us for helping them. It suddenly hit me. I was the person that was able to help someone else. No longer the person feeling guilty because I couldn't help somebody back. Hey, you can do this too. You can be the person that helps someone else. Start living your happy life today, even when everything around you is going wrong. And boy, do I mean everything. Use your life skills and about helping others. Say yes to Rob's way to being happy. Live happy, live fun-loving, and live carefree. Freedom!